think these are both slightly older players. I know ZeroT at least is.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong. This is I think this Corona plays Coltrus 2, correct?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I know there is a Corona that was especially skilled that we saw in WPL not too long ago for our Coltrus 2 tournament, and I'd like to say this is the same player. Someone knows, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, what are the odds?
I'm fairly sure it's very
very topical username. I would say maybe extra fear factor.
I do remember him
saying the current situation. Maybe a coincidence.
Remember him saying that he made the username a very long time ago, and that he's maybe mildly salty that's like all anybody ever talks about his username for. But
yeah, that was my first thought. Is like it's we're talking about the sun. Anyway, moving right into our first game here. Corona with some seemingly big spikes, despite ZeroT having a higher APM, pushing way higher up on his board.
But both players sort of keeping everything clean, or well, ZeroT building over, creating a little bit of a hole in his stack there, but nothing too major.
Definitely seeing some interesting decisions from Corona here. I feel like I'm watching some non-standard gameplay. Not
probably
in a bad way.
Coming from Coltrus, they're probably pretty confident in their down stack, so
absolutely
a little more comfortable playing a little higher up on the board.
Absolutely. I think it's fascinating to watch. Already here, we're seeing some very interesting non-stacking decisions.
A little precarious. And I think, I saw from the chat, I think it is the same Corona. ZeroT getting pushed up a little bit too much, just one piece away from the eye, and isn't able to get down from that. And that'll be Corona taking the first round.
ZeroT started with the ever-famous DT cannon. First time we've seen that one today.
Right into a 9-0 stack. Striding out at 3.5 PPS.
Absolutely zooming on Corona right now. Decides to start down stacking, sending a little bit of pressure back.
Definitely not the most efficient option, even if you're playing so much faster than your opponent, to just 9-0 stack. So.
But playing so much faster than your opponent, we're seeing a massive speed difference here. We're seeing almost 3.5 versus 2.7. Again, at these speeds, that difference is way bigger than you think.
Definitely. And Corona is sort of just forced to work through the cheese or work through the garbage that's being sent to them, whereas ZeroT gets to kind of just shoot pot shots from the bottom of his board.
Really seemingly having free domain to kind of stack how he likes and find these T-spins. Notice really nice choice of spins and some little pattern stacking on that lower side.
Definitely maybe not having the perfect cue for those decisions, and that, definitely Corona punishes that. And that's kind of the double-edged sword of playing quickly, or for most players, the double-edged sword of playing quickly is that the quality of your decisions goes down. But maybe that doesn't matter, because if you look at Corona's board right now,
a little dangerous position, I'd say.
Let's see how. I don't think there's any coming back from something like that.
Yeah, ZeroT finally able to scratch in around here.
But still very early into the match. Well, anything can happen.
Oh man, a massive spike coming into Corona's board. And ZeroT says, "I'm actually in this fight."
It's only been 2 rounds.
A little bit of a PCO from Corona. He's kind of too slow and gets garbage from ZeroT. I'm not sure with such a speed difference that he'll really be able to get that off. I don't know.
That T might be rougher than it looks. But looks like Corona can work through it very quickly. ZeroT with this 9-0 stack again, getting pushed really far up, but like in the blink of an eye, it's all gone. Element drop, but
just immediately clears it.
Yeah, ZeroT's low enough that shouldn't matter too much if he doesn't spend too much time on it. But it does let Corona get down and start to send some of their own pressure.
Corona also a little bit on the 9-0 stacking, kind of searching for it on the high. has to waste one of the eyepieces, but he's able to find a nice spike when he comes down here anyway. Is ZeroT able to respond with some of the garbage that was sent back to him? Looks like we're probably going to have one of our longer games here.
Well,
we're getting dangerously high, but he's got something in mind.
Sending a large clean spike over to ZeroT, even though there was a bunch of cheese on his board. Very precarious decision there, but like I said, the Cultress really trains that down stack, and it looks like that wasn't even a problem at all.
ZeroT in kind of a predicament. He works able to go down through that stack, but it's definitely not a choice we love, and can't go quite properly through his clean.
Forced to use the eyepiece in that stack, but again, with the speed advantage, it's not really too much problem. He can just cycle to it. Going for the STMD cave to try and squeeze out some more damage, but Corona has the attacks at the top of their board to get out of that or cancel most of it off.
Corona with the quick down stack to push ZeroT up.
ZeroT's in a little bit of a precarious situation. Maybe looking for
garbage. It's gonna come. It's not gonna help him out either.
Yeah. Not that poor stack. You see ZeroT's speed dropping at the end there. Definitely. Forced to waste T to build the C-spin.
Oh, gonna have to down stack through. That's gonna be a serious hit to him this round. Fortunately, he's got
Corona gets the kill off of that.
Fortunately, he had a lot of clean garbage to save himself in time. Oh man, just yet another forward spike back to Corona. There seems to be a real spike-heavy game wars here.
Definitely.
Not seeing too much consistent pressure like other people, but man, when they attack, they attack.
I think definitely ZeroT is just trying to push his speed advantage as best he can, and once he gets into these rougher stacking decisions, he'll get pressured out by some good decisions by Corona. But if he's able to just kind of push pressure like that against Corona, or I'm not sure if there was some rough decisions on, or some
a little bit of a hesitation at the very top, right as ZeroT sends a spike to Corona. He's just not even going to have any time to get out of it in that last round. Not this round though. He'll be sending the massive spike, bringing it right back. 5-3.
So yeah, if you
PCO stacking is real cleanly. He's getting really high up.
Corona going into a bit of a 6-3 stack, just trying to spam out a bunch of T-spins, deliberating how they can not waste T, but force a down stack as they don't really have the solution in time to keep up some non-stop pressure.
Yeah, humongous spike coming to Corona, and he's able to save himself in time. Looks like it happens again. He's able to use some of the garbage that he even has to finally send an attack back to ZeroT. He's got a little bit of a cheesy board on his hands. Looking kind of scary here as he's getting closer and closer to the top.
Yeah.
And not able to find his big
over that third garbage hole and has to clear through all that residue.
That's going to bring it to game point. A really fast PC.
Really bad misdrops on Corona's field right after getting sent all that PC garbage. Really unfortunate. So that's going to be 4-6 for ZeroT. Definitely hanging on in this match. Still anyone's game.
Oh, yeah. Especially if anything. The last
ZeroT can keep his stack together. He should be able to. All right, nice.
Gets IP at the right time can really change a lot.
Corona again with this 6-3, or just trying to play clean and get to their garbage. Sets up that STMB a little too quickly. Doesn't have the extra Z piece on for Corona did. But both players, well, ZeroT at the bottom of this board, Corona on his way there. A pretty neutral situation. Again, ZeroT playing 3 PPS, maybe not quite striding quite as hard as he was earlier in the round. Playing maybe a little slower to deliberate on difficult decisions, and maybe that's giving him the edge in these later rounds. Corona, on the other hand, playing a little faster than they were. Maybe trying to compensate.
Picking up some speed finally here. Kind of closing that speed gap, although ZeroT still clearing 3 PPS. Not quite enough. ZeroT finding a real Corona finding a fascinating T-spin there as he downstacks a little bit more. Has the cleanest stack with the 180 spins.
Yeah, neither player right now finding those big attacks that you were talking about before, Cheeky, about like large spikes. It's definitely some like smaller pressure into kind of getting scared and going back down to the bottom of the board. Not that like has anything to be ashamed of. Both of these players are playing really
I think
quickly and very, very powerfully, but it's just not enough difference between them.
I think we've seen a little bit of a gameplay shift here from earlier in the set, and both players being a little bit safer in the set, but as we get to the hurry-up garbage time, I think Corona is going to try and plot some of the stops and win here, maybe?
Definitely has that Tetris setup, but ZeroT still staying close to the bottom of this rising garbage. We'll see whether ZeroT can still push his speed advantage in the same way he has been, by like kind of upstacking a lot.
Yeah, it looks like he's had that speed advantage, but that upstack is not really going to work as well here, especially when Corona's making all of this great downstacking decisions. You'll notice he's always near that. Spoke too soon. I
think it was just too much
hurry.
I don't think he found like a super good downstack. Probably a lot of panic from the top of the board.
Yeah, you'll notice he was almost always staying near that actual hurry up at the bottom.
Yeah.
Quick round of pressure brings ZeroT kind of near the top. He's able to answer a little bit of a misdrop from Corona.
I think that's probably going to be that round.
I think we're going to tie it up here.
No, yeah, that's the round. 6-6, we've got another tiebreaker back to back. This time with, I guess in a similar fashion, it's been kind of especially these later rounds have been kind of like a brawl between the two players, just trying to see who can stay consistent.
And there it is. Well,
that was
pretty quick. A little bit of a weird T-spin kind of setup from Corona. With his eyepiece, he's going to top him out early with the quick spike from ZeroT in just 15 seconds.
I think that was a
little anticlimactic almost.
Yeah. It really goes to show how like in these faster Tetris games, you can kind of just go from neutral to end.